What's up? It's Rob Cressy, founder of Bacon Sports, and welcome to another edition of Wake and Bacon, where I give you a dose of positivity and inspiration to get your day and week started off right. And on my mind right now is new beginnings. And the reason for this is because at the end of last week, I had a major accomplishment in my life. I finished a year-long mental toughness program called Live Hard, put on by Andy Frisella. And right now, it's Monday. It's the start of a new week. It's a new beginning for each of us. But here's the thing. It's not always easy to create a new beginning, certainly with right now, where it seems like day after day after day is just the same. And I'm looking to create a new flow and a new mindset and a new energy. So how in the world can we all do that and create some new beginnings? To overcome this, the key is being intentional about creating your new beginnings. And I've got two ways that you can do this. Number one is a simple way, and it's to mix up your routine, to do something different than you would normally do. And I have a method that I really like to do called Pulling a Costanza, named after George Costanza, because George is sitting there talking to Jerry, and he's like, Jerry, every decision I've made in my life has been wrong. And then Jerry says to George, well, you know what, George, if every decision you made is wrong, then the opposite must be right. He's like, you know what, Jerry, you're right. So he immediately goes up to George immediately goes up to a woman and is like, my name's George. I'm 40 years old. I'm unemployed and live in my parents' basement. And boom, he throws it out there. And what that really became for me is a way of saying, all right, I'm normally doing the same thing every single day. Let me pull a George Costanza and do the complete opposite. So what in the world is the complete opposite? Wake up at a different time, drink a different coffee or something to eat for breakfast. Go for a walk in the morning if normally you're sitting there on your phone. Do anything you conceivably can to do the opposite of what you normally would. And you know what you're going to find by this? You're going to get new energy. You're going to have new experiences. You're going to have a new environment. And that's what we're looking for, is new. The other thing that I've seen a lot of success with, and this is number two for how to create new beginnings, is to block an entire day off on your calendar and remove all expectations. So what I like to do is I like to choose Thursdays, and I won't schedule a single thing on that day. So when I look on my calendar, it's like, boom, it is completely empty right there. Because so often in our life, it's just filled with meeting calls, emails, social media, just all of this stuff day after day. And you can just feel like you can never get ahead, or you're just always doing something. Instead, I want to create my own pace, my own expectations, my own mindset for the day. I want it to be different than everything else. And I really look forward to these days. So when Thursdays come along, I look and I'm like, wow, I've got whatever I want to do today. This doesn't mean I'm sitting on my couch being a turd doing nothing. It's actually the complete opposite. I've just removed expectations. And remember, one of my favorite quotes, happiness is a function of expectations. So you go and do it and say, all right, this day's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to see what comes. And then I'm like, all right, what do I want to work on? And boom, I just work on things that I want to all day. And the way that this creates a new beginning is it creates a new energy for yourself, because so often we let the expectations of others dictate the way that we feel. Even if you do it for just one day a week, be in charge of everything in the world, what you're working on, how you feel about it. And guess what? You're going to create a new beginning. New beginnings can be a ton of fun. We just need to be very intentional about it, because the more that we do so, the more that we think about it and say, you know what, I want this to be different, the more that it will happen. If you don't do something, nothing will change. So these were two simple tips of ways that you can add some new beginnings into your life and your routine. And I'd love to hear from you. What is something new that you've done or experienced recently? I would love to hear it. Drop it into the comments. I hope that you have yourself an amazing day, an amazing week, sending tons of good vibes your way.